Hey guys, welcome to Lawube. Wherever you're watching from Australia, you're watching around the world, wherever you're watching from, welcome to Lawube. Guys, I've been getting a lot of message, a lot of videos, a lot of things about the unknown gunmen going around in the eastern states of Nigeria or Biafra. You have said a lot of things about the unknown gunmen. Also said IPOB have denied the unknown gunmen. The ESN have distanced themselves from the unknown gunmen. But we can see the damage these unknown gunmen are doing to the states. They have their specific targets. One is that they want the roadblock by police to stop. They don't want police to be having their checkpoint everywhere you go. You have police, you have to bribe them. You know, in fact, police actually in their office, they actually have to tell how much they will return to their master, which will be one of their officers, for them to be sent out to stay in roadblock. All their work is just, you have to stop you, ask you rubbish question, then you give them bribe. They make money. Some of them, they make more money there than the salary they earn. So the Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be the leader of IPOB, announced that he doesn't want those police again. In saying that, we see what happened in Imo State, where the unknown gunmen went to Imo State police headquarters. They ransacked the whole area. They released those people that they feel have been held captive by police without any justice. And those people are being held captive because they asked for their freedom. They ask that they don't want to belong to this country called Nigeria again. They want their own separative. But they are not demanding it by force. They are asking the government to present a vote so that everybody will make their choice what they want. These requests have been into deaf ear. The governors, because they have their interests, they refuse to acknowledge that. And we understand, what happened in Anambra State. So they ran to the police station, they destroy a lot of things, they destroy the police station too. Also the one that happened in Abia State, the same thing happens. Now police checkpoint, they attack them, they ask them to leave there, by force they have to leave. All these, a lot of people in that Biafra land, a lot, majority, about 95% are clamoring for them to continue. They are praying for the unknown government to make sure that they keep what they are doing. They told them, in fact, some people say they are the spirit of God, so they are Messiah, a lot of things have been called. None of them are condemning what they're doing. Okay, we had the emergency meeting by the governors of the states, the 5 eastern governors. They went and come up with this phrase, Ebubeagu, as a security network, They launched Ebubeagu without people seeing, It's kind of very funny that a whole sitting governors will launch things without, seeing anything. Like, it becomes the same phenomenon we find in Nigeria, uncompleted roads, somebody will go and cut and say they launch. Brochures did not finish hospital, he launch. The same scenario we see, like, in Nigeria, anything, people will just come on newspaper and talk jargon, you launch. Buhari went, uncompleted bridge and launch. All these things, that is the same thing that we saw in Ebubeagu. That the governors came that we launch Ebubeagu, we conclude we launch Ebubeagu. But the main issues remain. Have these governors seek to know the root of this problem? Without going far, they know that most of these guys, they say they don't want Nigeria again. They want their country to be reinstated, which is the Republic of Biafra. And we know that most of these governors, about 85% of their investment are being invested in the north, mostly Abuja. For Nigeria, if Nigeria have to go, I know they have this feeling that all your investment will go for nothing, all their worth will die, and people will eventually hold them accountable. When they know this thing, that this is what these people want, and they refuse to communicate that to the president, they refuse to bring that to the parliament, that people should, this is what our people want. I always say that politics is by, for the people that elected you. You have to make decision what they want based on what they tell you. You cannot go single-handedly. The launch of Ebubeagu, there's no consultation, there's no community consultation. You did not ask people what they want. You just came and imposed something on them. It will not work. Also, a few days ago, I saw some people being commissioned by who happened to be the Governors Forum's chairman, called Ebubeagu. These people are not equipped. I cried when I saw that too, because I said, this man is just deliberately want to send people to earlier grave. These guys are not equipped. People that you see that march Nigerian soldier toe to toe, then you are bringing these people who has nothing, no try nothing, just convince them because of pocket money, and they went there to sacrifice their life for nothing's sake. The problem of Nigeria, Africa, is that we refuse to find solution to things. The solution of this thing is that people want referendum. They want to have the power to decide what happened to them. Like the eastern states of that Nigeria, or now Biafra land, has suffered a lot. Yes, they are very productive people. When you talk per capita wealth, they are actually up there in among the whole Nigerians. But they feel it's just their own labor. They want what is meant for everybody, the natural resources, to be able to circulate. Then individual can be able to make their own on their own, just like we have in Australia here. In Australia, you have, what we call welfare support for the citizen. Then you as an individual can be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. But in the Biafra land, they don't have that. What happened is that when they give allocation money to the governors, they will share it within themselves. And when the Eastern people try to hold them accountable, they will give this excuse that the money they gave to them was not enough. That after paying the workers, they were left with penny. Those penny cannot be invested in anywhere. So do you know there's no investment in the Eastern states? Yeah, credit to Innocent Motors, credit to Coscharis, credit to few in Newe that's invested. This is just the Eastern people themselves. They need competition from a foreigner, just like we have in Abuja, we have in Lagos. Even in Port Harcourt, we don't have those things. We only have people that is after our resources, which is the oil. You need authentic companies to start investing in that area. So the solution to me is that Igbo says that whoever that take a young boy sin or a child thing and raise his hand up, one day he will be painful. His hand will be very hurtful. He will bring his hand down and the child will grab his thing. And Igbo says that a very foolish flies always end up in grave. Good. It is very, 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 very important that the governors made the president of their country, called Nigeria, and told them, like, my people, irrespective of what we do, they want one thing. They want referendum. I understand that not everybody wants Nigeria, wants Biafra. But these people ask you that when you give us referendum, if majority win, then let Nigeria start the transition immediately. But if majority lose, then they stay in one Nigeria and work for the betterment of Nigeria, everybody. These have been linking up for years. Many lives have been lost. We need to save life. We have killed some of those people that will help us find results for cancer, find results for some of the unanswered questions that we are looking up in this world. Because we are so ignorant, we are greedy, we don't want to make decisions. It's time for Africa to rise and begin to talk. I wonder what AOU are doing there. They are waiting for United Nations. Why can't they look in these countries that are looking for separation and ask them to go on referendum? And they can do their thing. But yeah, it's kind of becoming so interesting that we are having a problem in the country and it to continue. Unknown gunmen are killing, operating. They actually celebrate, and you see these guys are very mean. You need to give them what they want, and so that peace will reign. We want peace, I was expecting the governors to go around the community and say, okay, this is, I was expecting when they called emergency meeting, according to them, they will say, okay, we have ended up and say this is what these boys want. For peace to reign, we are calling for referendum. Maybe we'll call for vote in the state. We start from states and ask our state people what they want. If the state vote, then you can take it to the federal. That's what happens. If you think that going to federal is too much, then start from your state and call the state what you want. If the state whatever they voted, then you can take it to the federal. All the senators, house members, this is time for you to start calling out what these people want. You can't just be there. 3 people cannot win. What will happen if these guys continue this way? The next thing, you guys will be the target. You, the governors, your convoy will be going, your non-government will stop you guys. And if you ask your security men to engage on a gun battle with them, remember, you may be a victim. If they overpower those people, forget it for your life. And if you can't get you, they will get your family. And if you can't get your family, they will get your family members or relative. And if your relative decide to tell them that they are not among, then your relative will give them the way to come and get you. It's very hard. You guys cannot win. If you know the governors, I speak to them and ask them to call for referendum, call for plebiscite, and let these people have their way. If the president of the country is sensible, he has to overrule and say, well, for us to move as a nation, we have to sit down and talk. And how can we sit down? Let's go for a vote. What do you want? If you don't want us to be together, then everybody go their way. This country, I said now every time that all the 3 countries can survive without each other. The Northern have granules, they have 52, they can't survive without each other. So you can do a lot of things and survive. Guys, it is what it is. I must say this, that we have to keep this going well. We have to make things work better for everybody. We need to save life. We shouldn't just lose life because of our greediness. People deserve to live. And how can they live? Let them have referendum. Governors, if you have your investment or whatever it is, if you want to move it to the east, you move it to the east. If you think that you want to sacrifice it, okay, go. I have heard a lot of people say that investment does not count and you can't sacrifice investment because of people's life. The Ebubeagu is not the solution. The unknown gunmen, they have their mission, and their mission is being mapped out. And I don't think they can stop it, no matter how you guys try to kill. They have not killed this stream 50 years ago. How can they kill you today? So the still unborn children will still continue. How can't we save life? I don't want the governors to lose their life before somebody will do something. We begin to think of referendum. They have to save life, and that life is what Lawube is calling for. I'm not here to say Biafra must go or Oduduwa must go or Nigeria must stay together as one. I'm just here to make people to make their own decision. Vote for what you want. You want one Nigeria, vote for it. If you want Biafra, vote for it. You guys can separate and make business. You guys can stay together and work as one. The governors, if you think that you will keep dragging this and you are scared of bringing this to table, then you will go to grave, regretting why not. Because if you don't do it, you'll be killed. If you do it, you may be saved. You may survive. I hate to say that, but this is where I see the whole thing going, because the blockade in East now is kind of disarming. And no governor travel with more than 30 security officers or 40 security officers. These guys can confront you guys. Among those security officers, you may have these unknown gunmen with you. And when time ready, they'll tell you, sir, it's off. When these guys come out with grenade, they cannot be traveling with a armored car. When they come out with grenade, they will bomb that car. Don't think that bulletproof will save you. Bulletproof car have limitation, not when there is bomb. So you're not traveling with beasts like American presidents. You are traveling with just a protective, bulletproof car. The tire can be punched. A lot of things can happen to you guys. I know the security officers too, when time comes, when they think, they say they'll say, worth it, they can find their way to, and you'll be a victim. So guys, do the right thing and save life. Lawube. Future you, see.